In some other cases, the children not only recognized, but also led the way to the home of a previous personality. They could also recount events that took place and seemed able to recognize the changes that had taken place since the death of a previous personality. Nazi al-Danaf is one such case. Nazi al-Danaf was born near Beirut, Lebanon in February 1992. He began to speak of a previous life at the age of 2. He described the life of a man his family did not know. He said the man carried pistols and grenades. He had a pretty wife and young children. He gave detailed information of his multi-storied house with trees around it. He recalled a cave that was near the house and also remembered a mute friend. He vividly remembered being shot by a group of men. Dr. Haraldson began investigating the case in May 2000.
He stated that he had lived in Harum Shamoun, in a town not very far away, and he wanted to go there because he said he had children and a house and so on. Well, his parents, they ignored him for a long time. They didn't want to hear about this. They didn't want to bring him there. But he was very insistent, and in the end, they decided to take him.
To their utter shock, Nazi gave them the precise directions to his previous house in a small town 10 miles away. After initial investigation, it was quickly discovered that a man named Fuad seemed to fit Nazi's statements. Fuad's widow and her 5 children now lived in that house.
She was, of course, rather suspicious about him and asked him a few questions. And the boy was able to answer them all satisfactorily.
Nazi also accurately described a couple of other incidents from his previous personality's life. The widow and her 5 children were very impressed and convinced that Nazi was indeed the rebirth of Fuad. What was truly fascinating was the accuracy with which he was able to describe his death in the previous life.
And then we came to know more about the circumstances of this man. He had been a bodyguard to the leader of the Druze in Lebanon. But one night, it was during the war, during the Israeli occupation of Lebanon, some unknown men came to the Druze center. They shot 2 guards at the gate, then entered the gate, and they found that man we are talking about, and they shot him.
Nazi's case is highly unusual, as he gave strikingly accurate details of the previous personality.